Good morning. Welcome back to Team Pajamas. Today I've got my multicolored shirt. I was wearing it as a regular shirt to work, but I'm not a big fan of V-necks, so I decided to wear it as a pajama top instead. But I may end up having to recruit it to the realms of work shirts again because, like I said, doing laundry once a month, it's hard to have enough shirts to wear. Yes, my eyebrows are still not growing back from Halloween. I guess that happens when you get older. Oh, yeah, here's one of the mugs I bought, I believe, at St. Vinny's, I think, or maybe it was somewhere else. I forget, but this I think I think this is one of my stickers from Vintage Horror Club. It's just Creeping It Real. And today's tea is the last tea from our unboxing. War figs. And this one is Ceylon black tea, cinnamon bits, and star anise. And then we go down natural cinnamon and fig flavors. Diced figs contains rice flours. Use 1 to 1.5 teaspoons per 8 ounces of water. Steep for 3 minutes at 195. And you can see the lighting's kind of bad here because, like I said, this place has lousy lighting. One of these days I'll find a place that's got consistently good lighting. And I suppose, and I thought about it before I got up this morning. And why wouldn't we? But then I can't see you because these are black glasses. So we won't do that. I've got those when I was going through part of a steampunk phase, and then I had them tinted for driving. But I don't have a car right now because mine got wrecked a long time ago. 3 years, almost 4 now. You can taste the black tea mainly. My nose is stuffy this morning. I had to use nasal spray, and I think I overdid it, and I gave myself a rebound congestion. And there's Lilo getting tall. There she goes. And taste the anise. Okay, as my sinuses are clearing up, I'm tasting a bit of the cinnamon. I was definitely sleeping on this tea. I might have to get this again sometime. But you know me, I say that and then I forget. But after Steve and Maria had bought me Rocky Road Picture Show, I bought it for myself at least once. Probably twice. But depending on I can't talk this morning. Depending on how my budget is, I'm going to try and get some personalities this time. I have some already in a basket. One's called Life of the Paw tea. It's a peach tea, and then there are a couple others in the thing as well. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to after I get my rent check to the landlord, because I always do that early. I will calculate, see how much is left for cab, and then order from there. I wish I could buy something for Thanksgiving. I know Thanksgiving is not that important, really. It is and it isn't. And considering the connotations anymore behind Thanksgiving, but like I said, the truth of it coming out, I'm not quite as concerned about whether or not I have anything for that day or not. Although it's just as a kind of a tradition. I treat it more as more of a tradition than anything else. Just time to have some turkey or something resembling turkey. And I haven't gotten together with family in about a year now. So it's just me and the cats and my ridiculous hair here. Um, so, but it just seems like it's going to be kind of boring if I just do it with what I have. But then again, you have to be thankful for what you have. That's part of the importance, I guess, of the day. If you're going to take anything from the ridiculousness, um, be thankful. Be thankful for what you have, and even if it's soup or fish and chips. I've done that before. I've done non-traditional Thanksgivings, so I might just do fish and chips. I might do that, but I'm still gonna want to get some beer. So at bare minimum, I want to get at least some beer, but I can't get beer and tea. Oh, beer I should have gotten and didn't think about it because I didn't really know there was a specific date or didn't remember there was a specific date. I saw on the news at work that we are coming up or are on or just passed the anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And once on here, we did do a review of a beer rather, labeled the Edmund Fitzgerald. I don't know if we have it at the store where I work, and I probably can't afford it, so we'll have to not do that. But it put me in mind of that. I thought, darn, I should have found a way. I could have found a way to buy some, but since I didn't make a connection in my head to the date, I didn't do it. And yes, I'm a bit disconnected this morning. I slept I slept hard last night. Um, I had lavender coffee before bed and didn't get up very often. Uh, didn't plug my phone in. Fortunately, I did not have to work today. But yeah, I got up, fed the cats, went back to sleep, and here we are. It's nice outside my window. Um, there's leaves all over the place. When I drive to work, some of the trees are red and orange, and yellow, but those leaves are falling. I haven't heard the geese honking, which means they've probably all flown south already. I think my neighbor might have the right idea. I remember at one point at my apartment in Albuquerque where I had a table and chair on my back deck, and I tried to do coffee with me, and it didn't get a lot of views. But Tea Pajamas seems to. That's kind of interesting. Maybe the title is everything. Maybe it's in the wording. I don't know. But it might be nice to sit on the porch when it's warm. But then I'll be in my pajamas. That's the only thing. Maybe we'll do something like that when I'm not in my pajamas and do a different thing out there. Because yeah, team pajamas on my porch in the morning with the sun shining would be nice, but we have people coming in and out for the storage unit. But then again, they might think it's just an old girl sitting on her porch drinking tea or coffee. I'll think about that. I will really think about that. I do need a table and chair out there. Maybe we can do something out there. Maybe when the weather's nice. Depending on what I can afford in the way of furniture, given the situation we're all in right now. Maybe we could do halls out there as well. That would be cool. Something to think about. Okay, back to the tea. Like I said, I'm discombobulated and disconnected this morning. I am all over the place. Um, mm. so yeah, possible things to do, things I could have done that I never thought about. So they don't really count. If it didn't occur to me, it doesn't matter. Well, it does and it doesn't. I remember watching. Of course, I remember watching it. Duh, I saw it yesterday on Quincy's Tavern. Check him out. He's a lot of fun. Um, Talking about not worrying about your bucket list. Just think about not so much, I guess, what you haven't done, but what you have done. And yes, I did not. It didn't occur to me to do a beer review of Edmund Fitzgerald on the day of the anniversary of the wreck. So I really don't need to worry about it because the thought never came to me. It never occurred to me until way after the fact. And the way my brain is wired, I probably won't remember in the future to do it as well, so I'm just not going to kick myself. If I remember to do that thing on that particular date, then that'll be interesting. But if I don't do it and I don't remember, that's okay too. And thinking about wearing my little round black glasses while doing a review of War Pigs, which is a Black Sabbath tribute. Um, I tried it. It didn't work. You would have seen me in my sunglasses, but it didn't work for me because I've got offset lighting, which is nice. Um, but I don't have that light over there by the kitchen. Oh, sorry, that was very unladylike, but then again, since when am I ladylike anyway? Sorry for yawning in your face. Yeah, if I had more and better lighting in here, that would have worked, but I don't. It's okay. It's kind of like my old place. That didn't have very good lighting either, except in the dining room. Because I had a light strung up also. And my landlord has one that his wife had, but I didn't feel right asking him about it, asking if I could have it. One of these days I may call him and say, Tom, do you still have that light you were talking about? What light? The light that your wife used to put up above the dining table. Anyway, yeah. It's okay. We don't really need it. It would be nice. We don't really need it. So something else to not worry about. And also the holiday coming up. I really don't need turkey and stuffing and cranberries and all that. It would be nice. But since I won't be able to afford to do all that, and I didn't think to get any of that when I went shopping, again, it doesn't matter. Sage advice from a virtual tavern owner. Well, he's a person, but it's basically a video that he does where he's kind of like an NPC in a game or a quest like Dungeons and Dragons, where you go to Quincy and he will have a plate of food sometimes and a drink, and pretend he's handing it to you here, and then give you advice while you're you know eating and drinking. Tubby Nugget on Facebook does something similar occasionally, and those are nice things to think about as well. Um, because sometimes it is nice to have someone give you advice and talk to you, even if it is breaking the fourth wall and they are essentially just a fictional character or playing a fictional character. It's just kind of nice to have that every once in a while. So if you need the semblance of someone to give you a nice chat, check out Tubby Nugget and also Quincy's Tavern. Anyway, I'm sleepy because like I said, I just had gone back to sleep and essentially took a long nap and slightly scrambled my brains, which is why I do this. You've seen me this way before on Tea and Pajamas, where I sleep too hard and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, what the heck? All right, so back to the tea again. The focus of the video is supposed to be the tea. Okay, War Figs by Brutaliteas. They are on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to order this or any of their other teas that I have reviewed here, still can't talk. Check that out. I would suggest that you try some of their teas that I've done on here as a rain. I would suggest that you start by trying some of the teas that I've reviewed here, if you're new to them, or pick some that you might like based on the name of the tea, like I did, or perhaps a flavor profile that you might be interested in. And I just basically said two different things at the same time. So, to clarify, okay, if you're new to their tea, you can start by picking one of the ones in my library that I have reviewed here if you want to try one of those first, or you can go to the site and just pick some at random that you might be interested in. Either way works. And if you like puns, definitely check them for the puns. As well. Even if you're not a big tea drinker, you might surprise yourself. They might surprise you. And I'm being weird. But what else is new? So let's just go and just wrap this up in a nice little bow. And I will say, try the tea. It's a nice day. It's like here. It's like I said. It's sunny now, and there's leaves around, and it's kind of cozy. It's just the right weather for a cup of tea. If you have time before work or before you start your day, have a cup of tea if you have some tea. If you don't have tea, coffee will work as well. But try to have a relaxing start to your day if you can. And I will see you in the next video. But as always, please, in the course of your day, make sure that you look out for the cryptids, the shapeshifters, the mythical creatures, rare and unusual beasts, monsters of all kinds, because they need our love and support right now. They've gotten a small victory, at at least one, but that's just a baby step. So please help them so that they don't feel afraid to be themselves. No one should ever have to be afraid to be themselves. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.